Hey, John, it looks like you've been having a busy week.
I have. I really got heavy into vibe coding with Codex. I've been writing games. I've been writing web apps. It's been such a time saver. I've been starting to pull in different libraries. I've got Node.js running. I've got Axios. I've got all these other webhooks.
You have Axios?
What? Yeah. Why? Another CV of the week?
Another CV of the week, buddy.
Friday, April 3rd, and this is the IT SPARC Cast CVE of the week, where we pick a common vulnerability and exposure entry that you need to know about and how to mitigate ASAP. And while this one technically doesn't have a CVE, it probably should. What is going on with Axios?
Yeah, let me tell you about it. And for the record, I did ask, this will not get a CVE because it is not considered a vulnerability. It is a supply chain breach. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to talk to you about what this thing is, what they found, and what you can do about it. First of all, what in the world is Axios? When I first saw this thing, I'm like, is Axios a news organization, which apparently has that name? Is Axios something you put on a bicycle? What is it? Axios is a widely used open source JavaScript library for making HTTP API requests. It's used in web apps like React, Vue, and Angular, Node.js backends and microservices, React Native mobile apps, internal tools, and software as a service apps. Let me give you a feel for how big the footprint of this thing is. 45 million plus NPM downloads per week.
Wow.
You're running this. Can almost guarantee you're running this, and you may not even know it. So the bottom line is it's widely used everywhere. JavaScript applications need to call APIs or web services. And let's face it, that's pretty much everything that you do with JavaScript these days. So what happened? Attackers compromised the NPM account of an Axios maintainer. And what they did was really sneaky. They added in a script to the versions of Axios 1.14.1 and 0.30.4. This came from the Hacker News, by the way. The malicious releases secretly added a fake dependency to something called plain-crypto-js at 421, which ran a post-install script that deployed a cross-platform remote access Trojan. That's why you see the rat up there. As a former Air Force ground rat, I feel kinship to this.
Yeah.
And the malware targets Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. Doesn't care. This is a cross-platform attack. It contacts the command and control server and downloads OS-specific payloads. It evades detection by deleting itself and restoring clean package files after execution. This is really very clever. If you're somebody like VX Malware, I picked up some details off X from VX Malware, who does analysis of this stuff. You have to actually admire how elegant this thing is. And because Axios is in your infrastructure, the window was pretty big. So it compromised the maintainer account. That window was open for 12, 14 hours. A lot of you upgraded. It's in there. There will not be, as I said earlier, there won't be a CVE, and they can load up a lot of different payloads. You have a question, John, I can see.
Yeah, no, it's more of a comment, is that we're going to go into how to check your code for Axios and whether you got the wrong version and such. But the other thing to keep in mind is, like Lou said, even if you're not using Axios, you're using Axios, right? If you have code out there and you're calling Node.js or you're calling a bunch of other things, those are probably reliant on Axios. So it's somewhere in your system. So in addition to checking your code, make sure everything gets updated and that you're paying attention to what different systems might have been impacted and whether they have a patch for it, because you could fix all of your code and still be impacted by this.
Well, I mean, to your point, John, it looks like Axios isn't something you say, oh, I need to install Axios. It comes up as an NPM dependency. Right. And you just sort of, when I do this on Linux or NPM or whatever, I look at the dependencies, I glance at them. Okay, what's it going to install? A lot of people don't.
Right.
That's okay. right? We've come to trust our maintainers that are giving us these packages. The problem is this was a breach of trust attack
100%.
because one Axios maintainer was compromised. So how do you know if you have it? Right.
And if
First of all,
while Lou's talking about
okay.
this, if you're on YouTube, I'm going to put up a script here, basically what Lou's reading from, so that you can follow along. So if you're not watching on YouTube, I would actually suggest maybe you go move over to YouTube and watch what we're doing here, because there's some really good information here.
Right. So I'm just going to run through this very quickly. If you have Axios 1.14.1 or 0.30.4, how do you find that out? npm space list space Axios will give you that. Inspect the dependency tree. And what you're looking for is plain-crypto-js at 4.2.1. So npm ls plain-crypto-js will show you if that actually got installed. Look for suspicious install scripts. Review package.json and node_modules for unexpected post-install scripts that execute during npm install. Monitor network activity. The malware contacts a command and control C2 server after installation. Watch for unusual outbound connections or builds during build. Scan the build environments. Use security tools, npm audit, Trivy. Hey, we had an attack against Trivy last week as well.
Yeah.
So you better take a look at that. That got bumped by the whole thing with routers, but there was an attack on it. So check Trivy, then use it. Or you can use SNCC or EDR or malware scanners developed on machines with C runners. Review the CI/CD logs. So I should note that where I got this from is from Elastic. If you have Elastic or you're using them for your security for this, they've already got a setup for this to scan for this. And they were the ones who did a really nice write-up of how this works. So Elastic, thank you. That was well done. And they released it for all of us. And if you're running them, you're pretty much, do the update. But please don't sleep on this one. It is a huge threat. It went out to a lot of things, and chances are you don't even know you're running the software because it was pulled in as a dependency for some other API access build you had in the npm. So go take a look. Make sure you check your logs. Start running your potential breach protocols, because that's chances are you may have gotten breached.
Yeah, we got some feedback, and before we wrap up, I want to get to that. And usually we're looking for something that's more insightful or such, but we got one that was really entertaining, so I wanted to read this one out. Regarding our last week's episode of News Bites, where we were talking about Meta and Zuckerberg releasing a AI-based CEO, Rory reached out on YouTube and he said, "I feel safe and secure in the knowledge that no matter how hard he tries, Mark Zuckerberg will never be able to construct a human soul for himself. Even the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz learned more from his life than he will." So it was just funny. I thought it struck me. I started laughing. And so I figured I'd give Rory a shout out on this one. It was really funny.
But Mark, please don't kill us.
Yes, exactly.
We love you.
Yeah, we laugh, you laugh, Alexa laughs.
The toaster laughs, we shoot the toaster, everybody goes home.
Exactly. But that is going to cover this episode. We could do this podcast without listeners like you, like Rory, and anybody else who wants to send us feedback or just support us in any way. Do you have another topic you want us to cover? Do you feel that we missed something when it came to this vulnerability? Send email to feedback@itsparkcast.com. Hit us up on X @itsparkcast. Or like Rory, if you're watching on YouTube, you can leave a comment down below. We respond to every bit of feedback and every comment we get. And if it's interesting, entertaining, or insightful, we will read it out on the broadcast. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. That way you never miss an episode. And from the world of enterprise IT and security, take care.
Stay safe and secure out there, okay?